It doesn't matter what your mama did. It doesn't matter what your daddy didn't do. You are responsible for your life. And what is your life? What is all life? What is every flower, every rock, every tree, every human being? Energy. And you are responsible for the energy that you create for yourself, and you're responsible for the energy that you bring to others. One of the best examples of this is Dr. Jill Taylor, who was on the show talking about her book, My Stroke of Insight. She was a 37-year-old Harvard-educated brain scientist who suffered a massive stroke in the left part of her brain. She couldn't speak or remember her own mother, but when doctors and nurses walked into her room, she knew from the right brain who was on her side. She could feel their energy. Okay, so this is the thing that changed me. You said in the book that I'm in here, come get me.
I'm in here, come find me.
I'm in here, come find me. And you were more perceptive than you've ever been in your life because you could feel the energy that everybody brought you. And one of the things you said that really changed me was I wanted people to be responsible for the energy they brought to me.
That's right. Take responsibility for the energy you bring. Yes, absolutely. Because that's all I could perceive. I was in the present moment, and that's all I could perceive. And if I had a doctor come in and just kind of talk to my mother or talk to my friends or just go about without me, not even bother to make eye contact or try to connect with me, and see that they value me and that they value the connection, then I'm not going to show up.
Right.
So I needed that.
Dr. Taylor sent me a sign that I have hanging in my makeup room. Please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. And I ask for the same thing in my home and at my company. Thank you, Dr. Taylor, for that simple but powerful lesson. All life is energy, and we are transmitting it at every moment. We are all receiving little signals like radio frequencies, and the world is responding in time. Remember physics class? Remember physics class? Did you pay attention? To Newton's third law of motion? Let me tell you, that thing is real. It says for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. That is the abiding law that I live by, articulated to perfection by Miss Seeley in The Color Purple. When she finally gets the courage to leave her abusive husband, Mr.
I should have locked you up. She just let you out to work.
Baby, playing for me is the one you want to ride in. That is it. Everything you've done to me, already done to you. It is the golden rule to the 10th power. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's already done. All the energy that you spend trying to hurt somebody else, that energy will turn around and slap you in the face. The same thing is true of love. What I know is that the energy that I put out every day with the best of intentions, that it would reach you where you really live, in the heart of yourself, has come back to me from all of you in full force. So that's what we learned on this show. You are responsible for your life. And when you get that, everything changes. So don't wait for somebody else to fix you, to save you, or complete you. Jerry Maguire was just a movie. No one completes you. We have seen it with guest after guest. When you get that, you are responsible for your life. You get free. When I started this show, it was a revelation to all of us how much dysfunction there was in people's lives. I grew up with Rita the Beaver and Andy Griffith. I thought everybody's family life was like that, even though I knew mine was not. Well, this show and our guests began to paint a different picture and allowed us to drop the veil on all the pretense and do exactly what we envisioned in that first show, to let people know that you are not alone. One of the most poignant moments I remember was in one of the first shows we did about alcoholism. We moved in with a family for a week. The mother felt her husband had a drinking problem and it was destroying the family. What moved me the most was this moment right here in that show, where the mother is being consoled by her 3-year-old daughter. That to me was the real picture of what alcoholism does for families. And that was just the beginning. People started coming on this show, saying things they couldn't say to their own family members.
I'm proud to say that I am a recovering alcoholic, and I had to swallow a lot of false pride about even saying that.
My name is Juanita, and I want to tell my family and friends that I'm gay.
And here I am, otherwise I do not feel comfortable about my body. I have advanced AIDS, so I probably will die from this disease.
And he raped me lots of times between the ages of 6 and 9. And
I decided to come forward at the risk of my life.
I hit her more than once. You know, there was a second occasion, there was a third. I didn't know how to verbally converse with my wife without putting her down and beating up verbally. Do I think it's a cycle that can be stopped?
Yeah. I saw that show, and I called my doctor, and I said, I am a drug addict. I am addicted to this is what I'm taking, and I need help.
Little by little, he started to release the shame.
So it's really just going to be her lecturing for an hour?
The Oprah Winfrey Show finale.
Closed captioning provided by the maker of How does Albertsons make a fresh butter fun? Let's start with a lemon, picked at the peak of flavor to quench thirst as burger sizzles before landing on bakery fresh buns topped with crisp lettuce and juicy tomatoes. All rushed from the field to your table and all from the same place where you got that
Adding all the other shows and having like ridiculous ass shit like
No.
brothers and bonus
Having sex with my daughter.
some shit.
I'm not a huge fan, but she was kind of before that, and she was like the one who said, no, I'm not going to do that. There's not a whole lot of KKK members fighting with Black Panthers on Oprah.
Did they really do that? I wouldn't doubt.
The Geraldo where he got his nose broken was at least along those lines. Like he got a bunch of white trash or white supremacists out with a bunch of black supremacists. And oh my God, they got in a fight! And then like someone throws a chair and hits Geraldo in the face. No joke, it's hilarious. No, he's Mexican, but he doesn't really look Mexican. He just looks kind of Jewy, Italian. He's on Fox News. He's more of a news guy these days. If you saw him, you'd go, oh, the guy with the mustache. Jerry Springer was just trash. I watched it, when I was like 14. So, yeah, I can't say nothing, but it was trash.
Or choose the Sapphire 875Q and get an H-Class 200S server valued at $799 free with purchase. We also trade Brilliant, Baby Lock, and Singer, and we're proud to announce the addition of Janome to our already amazing selection. All this and more at Battery Home Superstore, 167
You don't just get hit. That's why Oprah's been on for a while. Because she didn't do other people.
I would imagine that has.
Jerry Springer.
Well, they made him stop doing all that stuff, and then it was when they made him stop doing all the stuff that everyone stopped watching because that stuff was the whole reason he was popular.
Yeah.
Here we are in our last hour of the
Who's Jerry?
With you, my friend. That's what we went out, posted on May 13th at 10 p.m. I've been watching your show for the whole 5 years. And the countdown.
They were getting him drunk before the show, like there was alcohol in the ready room. Yeah, and then you get a whole bunch of people drunk, and then you put white trash redneck dude out there with his white trash baby mama. They're probably gonna start swinging at each other.
Yeah.
And I thank you for the hours.
You shouldn't share on TV.
Yeah.
We learned a lot and we had our share of stuff.
I did your mama. What? You ain't no talking about my mama.
Rode in on a pooping elephant. held at Marine Boot Camp.